It's the Sittin Sportside podcast, exclusively on 1045theteam.com.
This is the remix for the city. Let's just start snapping. Crackhead bleak on the jack like, let's make it happen. Oh, it's
Nothing
me.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
It's me.
All the way up.
It's me.
I'm all the way up. Hey, Eric, remember the time you called the wrong number?
Why are you opening these like that?
Because I had to. I just had to.
Mike, I was already going to allude to it. My plan was to be like, coming off one of the most funniest moments, the funniest moment of the Sittin Sportside podcast.
We're still laughing about it. I'm actually still crying because I was laughing so hard.
Were we all the way up on something when we did it? I don't know.
We were all the way up on...
I don't think so, but man.
Your fingers were all the way up.
Hey. Anyways, this took the turn for the worst already.
And usually Mike James would say the Jets take a turn for the worst, but he's got a different take on it, I think, right?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Jets. Adam Gase, the new head coach.
The Gaseinator.
The Greg Williams going to be the defensive coordinator. I believe
official?
it's close enough to being official to where I am confident that this will stand.
Breaking news.
Really on the field. Stands. Not confirmed, but it stands.
It's under review.
That's pretty cool. I came up with that on the spot.
Don't ask Angel Hernandez because he'll get her. Oh, that's right. Wrong sport. Sorry. I forgot. He doesn't do football.
You like the move, Mike James?
I love it.
Okay. All right. The floor
Can you
is
give me
open.
a Ric Flair?
Woo! The floor is open right now.
No Ric Flair will. No.
You're going to make him do work.
Yeah, come on. I just...
He's relaxing.
Giving you the floor, man. People are hating on Adam Gase, bro.
I love it. Absolutely love it. I think.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. I think it's the greatest thing the Jets have done since
winning the
Super Bowl back in 1969. Best thing they've ever done since then. Just saying. I love it. I think it's a smart move. I think Mike McCarthy would have been the wrong move. I had no faith in McCarthy whatsoever. None. I think
that is the most unwarranted. He's got so much crap, Mike McCarthy. This shouldn't be about Mike McCarthy, but there are so many people out there that are crapping all over him. One of them is to my left right now, and it's like, where is these getting it on Mike McCarthy? Where is this coming from?
I think it's just recency bias because people see how this last season went, and then that's all they can think about.
Mike McCarthy, what has he done without Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, Brent Hundley, Scott Tolzien, Nat Flynn, they're all the greatest quarterbacks I've ever heard of.
True.
I mean,
gosh. The 618 win percentage. He's gotten to multiple. Guess what? He got to a championship game without Aaron Rodgers, with Brett Favre. I get it, but still. It wasn't just Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, how many Super Bowls do you have?
He's won.
Okay.
Better than a lot of coaches.
Yeah, better than Adam Gase.
A lot of coaches have none.
Where's Gase's playoff victory?
But Adam Gase has had a wide receiver throwing the damn football. A wide receiver.
You talking about Ryan Tannehill?
Ryan Tannehill is not a goddamn quarterback.
I don't think he's a receiver.
He was a receiver.
He was in college, but he's converted enough to be a quarterback. Like he at this point,
how the hell can you say he's a quarterback?
Cutting his mic. He is a quarterback.
Yeah, I know he's a quarterback.
He came into the NFL as a
Lamar
quarterback.
Jackson's
He's a quarterback. He played wide
is.
receiver a little bit at Texas A&M. They move him to quarterback.
And Julian Edelman played a little bit of quarterback in college, and then he moved to wide receiver. But does that mean he's?
We have a new
quarterback
thing here. It's called the penalty box, and Mike James is in it a lot.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's where you cut the mic on him.
Like, at all.
All racist.
He called the garbage can racist.
Yeah, because he missed a shot, yeah.
Because he missed a shot. All right, maybe I'll be racist by saying I expected you to make that.
True.
Should we cut that out? I don't know.
I love it.
We're not cutting anything out anymore. It's whatever. If we left Bryce's grandma in,
should we bring in cameras and go live on Facebook without digital Doug permission with 1045 the team count?
That'd be funny.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, no, I like the move too. McCarthy would be my number one move, and I get the whole thing about the. Well, actually, no, I just said I didn't get it. I don't get it. I get the hesitancy of hiring him, but I think the 618 win percentage, it would have made sense. But the reason why this also makes sense is you got a guy like Peyton Manning vouching for Adam Gase. Love that. And then the fact that Sam Darnold Skype called with him for an hour, hour and a half, and the fact that he loved him. Like, that was his choice. So Sam Darnold, he's on the same page with him. Love it. That's what I need from him. Right, exactly.
My biggest
And on top of it, though, this isn't even the reason the Jets are going to be good next year. If they are good, it is. It'll help them. Obviously, you need a good offensive mind. That's half the battle. The other half is the offseason, which I'm really confident about going into it. I love what they could do at the 3 pick, and then they have a lot of money, similar to the Colts do, to spend in the offseason.
Mm-hmm. Go and get that Lev Bell.
I just think Gase is younger, and I think he's got that more fiery mindset. You know what I mean?
McCarthy can be fiery when he wants to,
that
but
Sean McVay type.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think Gase is a better fit. Would I have complained if they hired McCarthy? No.
Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? Real quick. Mike McCarthy can't win without Aaron Rodgers. So he can't win without a quarterback. He's an offensive mind, so he's obviously been able to win with a quarterback. So who do you want to coach a quarterback as a guy who's actually had success with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers? You don't want him coaching Sam Darnold? He still would have been a good fit, Mike. But maybe Gase is better. I don't know. The fact that Darnold liked him, fine. Maybe you could do a better fit. But the fact that the matter is McCarthy was a good fit. Let's not lose that. And the fact that he really wanted the Jets job. How often do you get someone who has infinite opportunities and just narrows it down to one team? Maybe the truth of the matter is no one else was interested in him. Maybe that was the truth. But at the same time, he comes out and says, I want that Jets job more than any other job. That proves to me he was all in on the team.
I'm surprised that McCarthy hasn't gotten a job with all the openings that were open. And no one even...
He did say recently, though, he's taking the year off.
But he would have taken the Jets job. He said that.
Yeah.
He wanted it. But yeah, perfect fit, Adam Gase. Do you dare elaborate on that, Mike James?
I just think I think him and Darnold are going to click perfectly, and his offense is going to go off. I mean, I'm slowly coming around on Darnold, right? So it goes on the offseason.
Off-season plans. Herndon's going to be suspended a little bit.
What did he do?
He had like a DUI over the last summer or something like that, so he'll probably be suspended a little bit. But I like him as tight end.
He's solid.
What?
I said naughty.
That whole, Robbie Anderson too. At least he didn't go that far.
True. Yeah, but if Robbie Anderson didn't get suspended, Chris Herndon should get suspended.
That is a good point. That is a really good point. Mike James finally. Wow. Woo!
But Roger Goodell has his favorites, so Herndon will probably get suspended.
But let's move forward on this. I think wide receiver, they do need another wide receiver. I think if they can get Antonio Brown, that'd be insane.
Antonio Brown.
That would be insane. I don't know if that's possible to get both.
But do you want the toxicity in your locker room? He literally just blew up around the Steelers.
I know. It's weird. You guys see that he was on that show, The Masked Singer?
Yes, yeah. Actually called it when he was on.
You knew it?
Yeah, he did his dance. That's his dance.
Yeah, I missed it.
Like the kick and dance thing. And they were all like, "Oh, I think it's." Robin Thicke was like, "Oh, I think it's Odell Beckham Jr." I was like, "No, it is an NFL player."
I thought it was an NFL player, but I didn't know who exactly it was.
Oh, when he did that, I was like, "Yes," because he does that in the other commercial. I don't know what it is.
Pepsi one.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is there he seems like a genuine nice guy and all these things, and we already know that he was doing the FaceTime during the practice or whatever, Facebook Live.
I feel like he's just that prototypical diva.
Another TO.
Yeah, he was on TV. That's why he looked perfect and in his element because he was in the limelight.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He took his thing off and he had this big smile on. He was just like, I'm gorgeous and I'm Antonio Brown.
But I feel like besides that, he hasn't, totally been he's not Odell. Odell, you know what I'm saying?
He really hasn't had that many besides, the Facebook Live or whatever he did in the locker room that one time. And he's not been terrible.
What did he want in week 7? What was
we don't even know the story, really.
He was upset that they were a game out of the playoffs. Okay, boo-hoo, pick yourself up. Go win that last game and hope you get the help. If you don't,
I think he was mad that he wasn't getting touches, maybe. I don't know.
That's the stupidest thing ever.
No, from what I heard is he was mad because he didn't get team MVP for the year.
That's what it was?
I also heard that he was
That's really what I heard.
Feuding with Roethlisberger, and Roethlisberger was kind of he was saying I don't need to throw to you, I'll throw to who I want. He was challenging him
no offense, but Antonio Brown's not even the best receiver on that team anymore, in my opinion.
I don't.
No one agrees with you. I don't think anyone agrees with you.
I think Juju's better.
Juju's good, but Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown. No, there's no way.
I don't know, Mike. I don't think I couldn't personally go that far.
I
think Schuster's
I think I'm right there with you. Juju Smith-Schuster's going into his third year.
You think James Conner's better than Le'Veon Bell?
What?
It's it's on the same vein.
What?
Where's that drop? Come on. Brace his grandma.
Should we really use it? Should we really use that drop? I'm a little hesitant to use it.
We'll put it on the back burner.
I think we need to like create a Sittin Sportside wall that we can use in there.
What?
Oh my God. Anyways.
Actually, that was the test that you guys heard us laughing, but yeah, that was it.
What?
No, but so do you really? Does that not worry you at all? Getting Antonio Brown,
No.
or does his talent just supersede that?
I think at this point you gotta just overlook it and get the talent.
Right. They need weapons.
The Jets haven't had a receiver.
He's not gonna have that issue over here either. He's gonna get the he's gonna get the lion's share.
That's true. He will get all of the looks.
Be the best receiver they've had since what?
Quincy Enunwa. He's such a safety blanket. I want to be the safety blanket.
Be the best receiver they've had since what? Corbett?
Maybe? You said this before. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
I mean, like, honestly.
Have they had a receiver Antonio Brown's talent in the last like 15 years? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they've had one ever.
I mean, he is a generational talent. So
yeah. But the other names that I've thrown out there are Mike Evans and AJ Green. Interesting. Mainly for me, though, I think that the wide receiver core, as much people are going to knock it, I think it's actually decent. I think you need one more. You need like one. Like if you sign Golden Tate, if it's not overpaying, I think that's okay.
I think that's a terrible signing. I think Golden Tate's
not terrible because
no, it depends. I agree with it. Depends on the number. Like if you overpay for
if
him,
he's getting Troy Tulowitzki money, that's fine. He's worth $500,000 that the Yankees are paying Tulowitzki. It's all Golden Tate's worth.
I don't know about that, but
what?
Okay, yeah.
No, but
my point is, I
don't think Golden Tate is good enough to be like the number one, right? Like he kind of was in Detroit, but like they never did anything.
My point is he would probably be number one on the Jets. My point is though that's my personal opinion, and people are going to disagree with me. The cows come home, but I think that's all the Jets need. They only need one more of that type of receiver. They need they don't need the elite, but they need one more. Maybe a step down or 2 steps down. Because I think Enunwa, if he's healthy, is a really good option. I think Robbie Anderson. He's a great deep.
He's over the top.
Exactly.
Over the top.
Herndon's also a good security blanket from the tight end position that Darnold seems to love already.
Yeah.
So you give me one more decent wide receiver as opposed to needing the elite guy. And then I go to, they definitely need a running back.
Oh, for sure.
Whether it's Bell or Kareem Hunt. I think Ingram is too much of the
Can you imagine if they got back? Bell and they got Antonio Brown. They just took the Steelers.
And they actually won.
Make the Steelers and they win.
Is Darnold better than Roethlisberger?
That would be crazy. Such storylines. That's what I'm rooting for.
And then defensively, I like Josh Allen just for the sole purpose of Josh Allen being able to sack Josh Allen twice.
What pick do you guys have?
Three. I like him at number 3 out of Kentucky.
Same one we had last year after we traded with you guys.
I like that pick out of from Kentucky if they could do that. But they definitely need to sign a pass rusher some way or somehow too. Whether it's Marcus Lawrence or Jadeveon Clowney.
I don't think Clowney's leaving Houston though.
Bring back an elite corner. So
I've heard talks of Von Miller leaving, but I think that would be a trade. I think he's
probably a trade. So my point on the Jets, it's coming down more to the offseason. It's 50% what Gase can do with Darnold, but it's also 50% on what McCagnon does in the offseason. And I think that there's a lot of positivity that can do. Okay, that can happen and be like a Colts, except for actually this year they're actually paying the money. Even the Colts have just as much money to spend, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the Giants. The Giants are closer to a Colts thing. The Giants need to draft a good offensive lineman, draft a good linebacker, and then they'd be set.
I have a fun stat. Do you want to hear about the Colts offensive line and the Giants? Because we were talking about. I saw it today.
Probably gonna be Giants fans cover your ears, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, hold on. Let me just pull it up. All right, so the Colts starting 5 offensive linemen, their cap hit this year was $20,520,647. Just Nate Soldier, $17 million.
That's pretty sad.
What?
Yeah. Just to put that into perspective.
We're sorry, Bryce's grandma. We're sorry. We really are.
I mean, obviously, Quentin Nelson and Braden Smith are both rookies, and eventually they will get paid, especially Quentin Nelson. But
don't be spreading fake news, Mike James. All right, that's fake news.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's fake news. Yeah. All right. Any other head coaching jobs that was taken that you guys want to talk about per se on this podcast?
I'm actually still surprised Steve Wilkes got fired in Arizona. Honestly, I don't know, and this kind of offends me that out of the 8 head coaching jobs that
Mike James offended, what?
Yeah, I don't care about. I get offended, but I don't care about offending people. Sorry, no, not really. That out of the 8 head coaching jobs.
Wait a second. My favorite thing, and we talked about this on the top of the podcast. Could you stop hating on Adam Gase? All these people, stop hating. This is a Facebook post. Stop hating in the comments. Mike James is a or not Mike James. Mike McCarthy is a flaming hot piece of garbage. It's like, so what? You're hating on a quarterback or a coach, and then you're asking people to stop hating on Mike James for you.
I'm offended that out of the 8 head coaching jobs that became vacant this year, 5 of them were black. That is just wrong.
Well, that's a separate issue. That is
Marvin Lewis doesn't count because he should have been fired 17 years ago.
Mike, if you want to get into that, we got to not be like.
It offends me. I'm sorry. It offends me. I'm offended.
Can you say it more seriously?
You're throwing it out and like there's no substance behind what
do you mean?
That's the perfect way to put it.
You don't seem like you're actually offended.
This is a serious thing that people are trying to bring up.
I'm offended.
Yeah.
Like,
I am offended.
Like if you'd be like, I am offended.
I don't know. I'm just offended.
What's your solution on that, Mike?
What's my solution?
Yeah.
You hire all black head coaches.
Are you mad that not a lot of black coaches were hired or that they were fired?
I think
because if they suck, then that's on them.
Yeah, well.
So let's go through them. All 5. You said Marvin Lewis deserved to be fired. I think a lot of people think Bowles deserved to be fired as well. Wilkes got an unfair shake. I agree with that one. That was
a terrible team.
Uh-huh.
He's still getting paid the money that they owe him.
Yeah,
but yeah, I agree. That one's weird. In terms of like, that's on Arizona. That's down to Arizona's brass. But the reason that they do it.
Who's the other one?
Can I just like speak my piece on Arizona real quick?
Go ahead.
The reason they did it is because they drafted Josh Rosen, and they have an opportunity to draft another quarterback right now. So if you're going to have so they looked at themselves and said, "Look, we got to jump in on the trend of getting someone who can run an offense," and so they decided, all right, we're not going to go with Wilkes, and that's just
Cliff Kingsbury.
He's a quarterback. We talk about the same thing with Adam Gase, and I don't know. Gase is quote unquote more proven, even though he's 2 games under 500 and made 1 playoffs. But Kingsbury never coached in the NFL. I get that, but he knows how to win with Jay
Cutler had his best season.
Kingsbury knows how to work with quarterbacks. That's the only thing I can defend the Cardinals on. And that's what they want. They want to have Rosen or whoever they
Sean
draft.
McVay mode. They're trying to find the young, hip,
exactly
play caller who's creative on offense.
Only time will tell if that works, but that's the right way. I'm not going to criticize Arizona for the way they went, but I'm going to criticize them on how they handled Steve Wilkes and being able to bring him in for 1 year and firing him. But at the same time, he's going to get a DC coaching job, probably with Kitchens up there in Cleveland. And then he's still getting paid from them too. Vance Joseph, do you guys? I think he was probably in a weird situation. He had opportunities to win. Like he had a big loss to San Francisco, right, where they were in position to actually push for the playoffs this year, and they totally fell out.
He also got to question his quarterback though, because I know they went out and paid money to get Case Keenum, but what is Case Keenum? Yeah, Case Keenum, I don't think is really a starting quarterback.
He never had a quarterback.
He is a backup.
I think it was.
He never had a quarterback.
If he was with Pat Shermer again, though.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Trevor Siemian / was Osweiler there last year?
I don't think so. Was that that was the year you got signed with Houston, and
that was
was that no that was 3 years ago. So Osweiler came back. So he had him at one point.
Back and forth.
He had him 1 point. Who's the 5th one, Mike? Did you find it?
I don't know.
We gave you all that time. We did the filler, and you didn't find it.
The 5th coach fired? Did you say?
There was the 5th African American coach that was fired.
I mean, Hugh Jackson, but that was in the middle.
That's it.
That
is it.
Hugh Jackson?
That is it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Well.
And you can't argue more than you're the one the most was Hugh Jackson.
I mean, he did go 2 and 21
it was
or
3
something. 3 and
he won 3 games.
Yeah, and 3 seasons. 4.
Yeah.
But how about this?
Didn't win a game 1 season.
Look, and I don't want to get into anything too political. I don't want to offend anybody either. So honestly,
I'm all about offending people today.
But my point here's something now too. Mike Tomlin. If there really was this big thing about that stuff, Mike Tomlin is a guy that people are looking at right now saying he could be on the hot seat. But what's Pittsburgh doing? They retained him. So it's not like he could have been fired too.
Probably should have been.
So there's just
Pittsburgh fans have been calling
I just
for
don't know
his head.
where the root of this is. I guess there is a Rooney Rule where they had to hire, the Jets interviewed Eric Bieniemy. I don't know if that was because they were interested in him or more because of the Rooney Rule, but
I think it was more Rooney Rule.
Probably.
Well, I mean, it's there, so
you have to do it.
You can't. Yeah, I feel like you can't blame them for Like
You can't blame him for doing what the rule is. Yeah.
exactly. Like if they bring up one black coach in and they interview him, you can't be like, oh, so
you
only brought in one just because of the Rooney Rule, right?
Yeah, well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like they have to. So like everyone is going to bring in at least one.
It really is a good thing people don't get this far into the podcast because we probably would be like,
This will be the one that everybody listens to. I'm offended. Well,
Is it just me, or did this year? Did a lot of the head coaches, they like immediately got jobs as like coordinators, like immediately.
A lot of them,
Vance Joseph.
Vance Joseph was rumored to be
Todd
going to the
Bowles,
Jets.
but he doesn't. Let's snip that in the bud. He signed.
Yeah, he signed
to
with
Arizona.
Did he?
Yeah. Who else was it? Todd Bowles went immediately to
the Bucks.
The Bucks back with Arians.
I like that hire.
Dirk Cutter to Atlanta to be the offensive coordinator there again. Yeah, it's interesting.
It was weird.
Hugh Jackson got a job right away, but I don't know if he's going to have a job though. I don't know where he's at right now.
He'll probably end up with the Jets as a special advisor and get fired.
And get fired again. So that's basically
that'd be a very Jets move.
That's basically what all we have on this right. That's all you got to say.
Yeah,
I do want to say that I do like the Bruce Arians hire for.
Yeah,
Bucks.
I think it's hard. I think Mike James and I have touched on this in a similar Facebook post to the one I was alluding to, but I have all the confidence in Bruce Arians, like all of it.
So do I.
Say it. You have got to say it.
What do I have to say it? It's on Twitter. You put it on Twitter. It's on Facebook too if you find it.
Did you see it, Taylor?
I don't think so. What?
Bruce Arians is like a flaming yan to him, and Jameis Winston's like rotting rabbit meat. It was great.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so that's not exactly the quote. Once again, misquoted by. All right, my confidence in Bruce Arians is filet mignon. My confidence in Jameis Winston at this point is more.
I think I did see that.
Yeah,
was
it's
great.
not what I don't think Jameis Winston is rotting rabbit meat.
Might as well be.
Although there's been worse things said about
Racist.
Jameis Winston by Mike James on this podcast.
I like Bruce Arians.
You want to rehash what you said there? Because we already went racial on this podcast anyway. You might as well say it, Mike James.
I have never, ever once called him... What the hell did I call him again?
I'm not going to say it. I can't.
I forgot.
I can't say it.
Some sort of monkey or something.
Yeah, you called him an overrated...
Overrated toad or something.
No, basically, the previous thing he said combined with overrated. Yes, that's what you called him.
Yes. He's an overrated piece of rabbit meat. Rotting rabbit meat. We'll just go with that.
I mean, yeah, I don't.
Has a piece of rotted rabbit meat ever been overrated?
Well, I don't know, but I offended a bunch of people on Facebook
underrated before.
the
I'll
other
tell you
day.
that much.
I definitely offended a bunch of people with that comment the other day. Oh, that was great.
Now, getting back to Bruce
What
Arians,
comment?
I've always liked him.
Remember?
By Jameis?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, I offended so many people.
Do you think Bruce Arians puts Jameis Winston equals 10 wins next year?
Get out of here. There's no
I think
way.
it's possible.
No
I think
way.
it's possible. I liked Jameis Winston coming out of college. I really did.
Yeah, I
thought
liked him when he was
gonna be
robbing,
really good.
when he was stealing crab legs.
I'm with you. I think he could be a good quarterback still, but my confidence in him though is just it's very low. It's
Especially
very
this
low at
year, because
point.
this year was just such a.
I think people are like,
mess.
oh, that's just Fitzmagic, but look what he did with that offense under
then
Cutter.
Winston, then Fitz,
you can't just put it all on Dirk Cutter. Have Deshaun Jackson letting it up, and then Jameis Winston doesn't know how to work with Deshaun Jackson, like
I don't
just
know.
because of Dirk Cutter.
I like Bruce Arians from
the
the
thing.
days back he was with the Colts, and I think
Exactly.
like it could have gone a lot differently if. I mean, Chuck Pagano had the cancer, and that's why he was out. And then Bruce Arians filled in. They went 11-5, and then Chuck came back. We can't be like, oh, Chuck, we're gonna fire you now because your replacement did better because you had cancer. You can't do that. But I really liked Arians, and at the time, I was like, Arians, Chuck Pagano.
I saw
Pagano.
a Pagano in line to become the DC of the Bears. Is that Chuck?
Yeah,
because his brother's the DC of the Chargers.
I think it was Chuck Pagano.
Is his brother the DC of the Chargers, or he used to be?
I don't know.
I think he used to be. Anyway, Mike James, do you want to offend anybody else?
No, I've offended enough people today.
Did I offend someone? If I did, I apologize. You can tweet at me.
I ain't apologizing for shit.
What?
All right.
What?
So that's it. Mike, you want to sign off here? Do you want to give me the classic stay classy? Because you don't.
No, I'm done. No stay classies anymore.
No more. Why? Because I called you out last time?
No, I'm just not feeling it today. The rest of today. They're getting one out of me today.
All right. Anything else that the listeners can listen to, too?
What? I I don't know what else we got. We got another. Stay tuned for the Yankees podcast coming up.
What?
Oh my God!
All right, that's it for the Sittin Sportside podcast. There's more on YouTube.com/T1045, the Sittin Sportside podcast playlist. We got one more coming at you on this January 11th day. I don't know what's going on here.
January 11th day.
January 11th day. It's the day Mike James offends people. Anyway,
divisional weekend. It's getting crazy.
Day. The music
I hope you enjoyed this.
died,
I hope you enjoyed this podcast.
and they were singing.
If you want more of this crap,
If anyone's still listening at this point.
just listen back. I told you where to find
Drove
it.
my
Anyway,
Chevy to the
that's it.
levee, but the levee.
Looking like wealth, I'm about to call a paparazzi on myself. Live from the Mercer, run up on Yeezy the wrong way, I might murk it. Flee in the G450, I might surface. Political refugee asylum can be purchased. Everything's for sale, got 5 passports, I'm never going to jail. I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell. Couture level flow is never going on sale.